Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
On one, ready?
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Here we go, here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Right back to him on 1st down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he'll be marked out right at the 20-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Burrow on play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They go play action now. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go.
13.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That's good for a Raven 1st down. 15 yards there.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second and 5 now. Jackson, throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Play action. Now Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming.
There he goes, left side. 30. 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And they'll accept that penalty.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, middle.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Hands it off out of the gun. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
11 MT, 11 MT. 1190, 1190.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
11 coming. 11 MT pace. 11 MT pace.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 66 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They were in the 46 defense, just plugging up the middle.
And you know what the 46 means, right? That means you take up the first 3 guys, the center and the 2 guards. You cover them with your big people up front. I don't understand why you're trying to run up the middle against the 46 defense. The old Bears showed us it wasn't able to be done. They didn't get it done on that one either.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. Well, the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Gun.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
11.
Now Burrow. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
11.
Now it's Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great effort there. 33 yards.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it. They did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Ravens 9. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
12, 12, 12.
Now Burrow on first down. Forced out to his left. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Thomas. Stop. Stop.
Here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
12, 12, 11, 11, 11.
And Burrow going to throw again.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
I'm wondering.
Play action. It's Burrow. Steps away. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
11 empty.
Burrow will throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Odafe. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, They brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 48 yards.
And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd and 2.
Yeah.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
real quick, ready?
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Report! Oh.
And for Jackson, this may be a free play. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy a film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
11, empty, Tate. 11, Thomas. 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 22, Burrow. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
42, Ravens 12. McPherson to kick off for SkilZ70.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
This one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down.
It's been tremendous all day long.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing is Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
2nd and 20.
Middle. Go ahead.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. He's got it at the 2. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you get deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level of what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And the Bucs swinging back in front in that offensive affair. A win would be their first of the young season. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One last shot for Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Cincinnati, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.